Welcome to Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips. Today I'm going to show you how to remove this hood cowl on a Jeep Wrangler. Now this is a Jeep Wrangler TJ. Let's go ahead and get started. Now the hood cowl is this piece right here. So you have your hood here, you have your windshield here. It's this guy right here. Goes from there to here. And you have your windshield wiper arms that go on top of it, and you have your vent right there in the middle. Now this right here, people might wonder why would I be wanting to take this off. You can see in the case of this one here, it needs to be refinished. We got some surface rust here, it's peeling, so I'm taking it off to refinish it. If you want to see the video where I show how to deal with rust and refinishing a vehicle, I'll have that link across the top and also down in the description. But you would also need to take this off. For example, if you wanted to get to your windshield wiper motors, if you wanted to clean this off, if you wanted to just get underneath here and access any other things. These are easy to remove. First thing that we're going to have to do is remove the windshield wiper arms, and we'll get into that in a minute. And then you only have some Phillips screws. You have two on this side, and I'll get some close-ups, but you have two on this side, two on that side, one in the middle, and then there's one on each side. We'll have to open up the hood and you'll be able to access those, and then it slides right out. But here's a close-up of these screws and where they're located. On the driver's side, here's one Phillips screw here, and you have one right there behind the arm. You have one near the vent right here in the middle. And then let's head over to the other side and I'll show you where the other ones are. Here's one Phillips screw behind this arm, and then you have this one right here on the edge. So that's all the ones that are visible that we can see. And now let's pop the hood up and I'll show you where the other ones are. With the hood open, you have this seal right here. If we pull that out, you'll see here's a Phillips screw right there. Let's head over to the other side. On this side, same thing. We have this seal. Pull that out, and there's the other screw. So those are the different screws that we'll need to remove, and that'll slide off. Now, before we can remove the hood cowl from this Jeep, we need to remove these windshield wiper arms. So next thing I'm going to do is show you how to do that, and then we can come back and get these screws out that we just looked at, and then this cowl will be able to slide out properly. And then obviously once you put it back on, depending what you're doing with it, just need to make sure that you align these properly and put them back on. I will have a link across the top, also down in the description, where I go more in depth on how to remove the windshield wiper arms from a Jeep Wrangler TJ. But let's get these off now so we can continue on with removing this hood cowl. Just take a screwdriver and grab that little lip hanging there, gently pull down on it to release the clip. So this should slide right off. We'll just grab it like this. So this one's off. Next we're going to do the one on the passenger side. It'll be the same process. Now with both windshield wiper arms removed, we can go ahead and unscrew the 7 Phillips screws to this cowl, and then we'll be able to slide it right off. This one here, it's easy if you kind of work, and I'll get a close-up. We'll slide in like this. You can see it already popping up there. And something to keep in mind, the screws that go in here are longer than the one that we just removed, so that's an easy way to tell so you don't get them mixed up. Remove this one here in the middle. And in case you're wondering what all the masking and paper is here, I'm actually doing some work to the fender of this vehicle. It had some bad rust that had to be redone and body just redone and repainted. If you want to check that out, I'll have a link down in the description, also across the top. Also, you can see this clear coat peeling. I also have a video where I'm going to be fixing that if you want to check that out as well. I'll have that across the top, also down in the description. But getting back on track with this, let's pull this out. And then here's our screw here, last one. Last one. Now with all of the screws out, we can slide this out. You can see this will move. So we're going to, you want to make sure that you clear these little knobs here on this thing. So we're going to raise it up a little bit here so we don't hit the hood. Pull it forward, but as you're pulling it forward, we're tipping it back so that way it'll slide around these two guys right here. So we'll pull this out like this. There's one, there's the other one, and just lift it right up like that. With the cowl off, you have access to all this. You have your motor there. You see all this dirt and junk. I'm going to clean this out. That wasn't my intention, but seeing how it looks, I'm going to clean all that out in here. If you were needing to replace your windshield wiper motor, that's it right here. You can see the arm coming here to the actual mechanisms. One down there as well for the windshield wipers. But you can see this thing, it's pretty dirty. Well, that wraps up this video on how to replace the hood cowl on a Jeep Wrangler TJ. As mentioned already, the reason for me taking this off, obviously looking at it now, seeing how dirty it is, I'm going to clean underneath, but the reason I'm taking it off is because mine's getting some rust and peeling, so we're going to strip this all down, get rid of the rust, repaint it with the correct paint for this Jeep, and then put it back on. If you want to see that project, that'll be posting on my channel as well. I'll have a link down in the description for it, also across the top, where I fixed some rust issues with this Jeep, refinished this, as well as did some body work on the fender. That'll all be in that video. But for this part here, removing it, that wraps up this video. To put it back on would be the same thing, just back in reverse. Make sure you line up your windshield wiper arms properly before you tighten them on. But I hope that this video was informative for you. I hope it helped you out with any projects that you're working on with your Jeep Wrangler TJ. As always, I appreciate all the support. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time.